Welcome to Data Pencil. Hello everyone, welcome back to our project part. So today we will continue our project. So yesterday we have seen how can we create revenue view, okay? And then there is one more query related to the store procedure. This thing you have to do on your own. One thing you have to keep in your mind that you cannot use the limit inside a store procedure, okay? And the normal syntax that we are using for the store procedure in MySQL, that syntax will not work here. It is not like everything will not work here, only the delimiter portion. The initial delimiter that we put and at the end the delimiter that we put, this will not work there, okay? So you have to do this part on your own and you can take the help of ChatGPT or Microsoft Copilot, right? So today we are going to continue our project with phase 8, and in this phase 8 we will understand what is performance optimization. This is very important part. So firstly, let's understand what is this optimization means. So guys, optimization means to make something better or faster, right? For this we can use whatever resource we have. So here in SQL we have the resource called index. When we use the index, we can optimize the performance. Again, let's understand what is optimization. If we will do this part, if we will use the index, if we will do the optimization, then what will happen? Our queries will run faster, okay? Its speed increases, it will take less time, okay? What else? It will use less memory and it will avoid unnecessary work. Now see what unnecessary work I'm talking about. So suppose there are some item names. First is pizza, and then it's burger, then it's bread, then pasta, and last is momos, okay? Now suppose you want pasta, okay? Suppose you want pasta. So what will happen in MySQL? Behind the scene, MySQL will search this pasta row by row. Firstly, it will go to this first row, then second row, then search in this third row, then it will get the pasta thing, right? But if we use the index, like we use the index in our normal notes, the similar way, if we use the index here as well, so suppose the index of pizza is 1, burger is 2, bread is 3, pasta is 4, and momos is 5, okay? Then what will happen? Behind the scenes, SQL knows that pasta means 4, okay? Because we have provided the index to this pasta. So SQL knows that pasta means 4. So automatically, it will jump to the required row that we want. Okay, it will automatically jump to this row, the pasta row, because it knows that pasta means 4. So no need to search here, right? Otherwise, earlier what happens? Earlier, it will firstly move to first row, then check, then second, then check, then third, then check. So it is very time taking, right? So by providing the index, we can reduce our time, we can increase the speed, all right? And we avoid unnecessary work. Fine. So how to give the index? Let's see this thing. Because in 8th phase we have to provide the index for order date, index on customer ID, and then the restaurant IDs. On these columns we have to provide the index. Now the very important thing is this, that these are primary keys. The customer ID is a primary key, okay, and the restaurant ID is also a primary key. So if you provide index to these two things, then it is absolutely unnecessary, because primary key automatically get their indexes, okay? Primary key automatically have their indexes. There is no need to give the index, no need to provide the index. So here, instead of customer ID, we will replace it with the name, and restaurant ID also we will replace with the name. These are not primary keys, okay? So we will provide the index to order date column, to customer name column, and to restaurant name column. I hope it's clear, okay? Then let's come to this part, which is trigger. Now what is trigger? So if we relate it with our normal life, so we can take the example of food and hunger, okay? When we eat food, so the eating of food starts when we feel hungry. At that time we eat food, right? Okay, so this hungerness is a trigger for us. As soon as this trigger happen, we go to our kitchen and have some food. All right, here if we talk about the SQL, then what happened? Suppose we want to create a new table for high order value. Means as soon as any order come and the order value is greater than 50,000, okay, if the value is greater than 50,000, then SQL should consider it as a high value order, and then put this order related all the details like order ID, order amount, everything, and date. All these value SQL will have to put it in a new table called as high value orders log. I hope you are getting my point. So suppose there is a table we want to generate automatically. There is a log we want to generate automatically, and this log is high value orders log. as soon as any order come which is above than 50k, it should goes automatically to this table, so that at the end we can easily see, okay, these were our high value orders, okay, without performing any query, without doing any extra task, right? Means this is the trigger and this is the action for this trigger. This is the trigger, or we can say it is our hungerness, and this is the action where it will automatically goes to this table, this log. So this will be our food or our action towards this trigger. I hope it's clear, guys. So there are various examples for which we can create triggers. So let's see a few of the examples. With the help of trigger, we can prevent the negative discount. With the help of trigger, we can automatically give the delivery delay warning. Okay, and let's see all these things in VS Code. So let's open VS Code and see how we can write the query for triggers and as well as for the index. All right, so it is phase 8. Okay, related to performance optimization. So here our query is to create index on order date column, right? How can we create? So let's enter, and here there is a syntax. So for this we simply have to write create index, okay, then we have to provide the name of the index, like we give the name of table, like we give the name of column. The same way we have to give the name to our index as well. So create index, then the name of this index, on which column we want to apply the index. So here we will write on, and then the column name, okay, and this column name is in which table? So it is in orders table. So create index, the name of the index, on, then the table, and inside the table the appropriate column on which we want to apply this index. Okay, I hope it's clear. It's very easy, guys. Now before running it, what we have to do, we have to use our project, use our database. Okay, so let's enter in our food app project database, and then after that let's run it. And once you will run, your index will be created. Now for the next query, we have to create index on customer name table. Okay, customer name table column. So now let's enter, and here you can see that code is here. So create index, and this is the index name on this table's name column. Okay, if you want to change the name of the index, you can change the name. You can simply write I in the customer name, and then just run this query, and your index is created now. Okay, so these were the indexes. Now let's come to the last phase, which is phase 9, and here we will create some automatic logs. Okay, so how can we create automatic logs? Using the triggers. So for this, our query is that create auto log for high value orders. Okay, means whenever high value order come, it automatically goes to a new table that we will create as high value order logs. Okay, so how to do it? So let's firstly create a new table. That table will automatically store all the high value orders. So write create table high value orders log. Okay, fine, it is giving us the remaining code, so let's accept it and check. So in this table there should be a logged ID. Okay, this should be there. Then the order ID, it's fine, customer ID, restaurant ID, order amount, and then the log time or log date. Let's write here log date instead of log time. So remaining code is here with us. Now let's run it. Our new table is created. If you want to see, after refreshing, you can see high value orders log is created. Now we will create trigger. Okay, we will write the code to activate the trigger. What it will do, it will automatically create a log whenever any high value order will come. Okay, so let's create the trigger, and the syntax of trigger is we firstly have to write the delimiter. Okay, and after that we have to write create trigger. See, it is automatically coming. So create trigger, accept it, and then we have to write after insert. I will explain it. Let's firstly accept all. Okay, now I'm accepting all these things. Fine. So see, guys, how it works. Firstly, we have to write create trigger, and then we have to give the name to this trigger. Okay, when we have to apply that condition, we have to mention in the second line. So here it is written after insert on orders. Means when this trigger will work, whenever we will do any insertion in the orders table. So after the insertion in the orders table, this trigger will work. Okay. For which rows it will work? So for each row, this trigger should work, right? Now the code of this trigger is beginning. So we will write begin. Now the condition we will write here means this thing should happen. Then after that you have to create the trigger. Okay, then this trigger should get implemented. So this is the condition, and in this condition you can see it is written if new dot order amount is greater than 100. So new is a keyword here. Okay, whenever any new entry will come, then we will use this new. This new you can use for any new entry, not only for this high value order log. Okay, whenever you use or you want to create another trigger, for that also you will have to use this keyword, which is new. This new means whenever new entry will appear. All right, fine. So new entry in the order amount which is greater than 100. 100 is very less. Let's make it 1000, which is greater than 1000. Then what you have to do? So then insert it. Okay, insert this value into high value orders log table, this table that we have created, and then we have to give the name of the columns. Okay, and then the values we have to mention here. Here the values you can see it is written new dot order ID, new dot customer ID. It means whatever new entry will come, this new entry will go into this table, high value orders log table. Okay, and then at last we will write end if. We have to end this code using end if, and then at last we will write end and then delimiter. This code is done. I hope it's clear, guys. This is the basic syntax of creating that trigger. We will see 2 more queries related to trigger, then it will be more clear, so nothing to worry. And now just run selected query. Okay, so here it is written you have an error in your SQL syntax. Check the manual that corresponding MySQL version for the right syntax near delimiter. So this delimiter always creates a problem in this VS Code. So what we will do, so we have to remove this delimiter. So let's remove it. Okay. Fine. Okay. Now let's run it. And after running, our trigger is created. Now you must be curious to see how this trigger is working. So for that, what we will do, we will insert some high value orders. So firstly, let's open our orders table and here see what columns we have. These are our columns. All right, so we can do the changes in this order ID. So the last order ID is 1000, and we cannot create any new value for the customer ID or the restaurant ID. We have to take any value from this only. So let's take the customer ID as 231 and restaurant ID as 138. Okay, this 138. Why? Because these are the foreign keys here. Okay, this is in the child table. We cannot do any changes in this column in these keys. So, and rest of the things are fine. So let's write insert. In which table we have to insert our new data? In our orders table. So insert into orders. Okay, and values are these are the values. So let's firstly accept it and then we will do the changes. So the first is order ID. So one, we cannot write 1, it will create a duplicate key. So let's write 1010, right? For the customer ID, let's take 231 customer whose ID is 231. For the restaurant ID, let's take 138 restaurant whose ID is 138. Then the date is fine, and the order amount is 1200 is fine. Then this is the discount, it is payment mode, and this is the delivery time. Rest of the things are fine. So now let's select all code and then run the selected query. Okay, fine. So now let's check whether this high value order, which is greater than 1000, it inserted in our new log table or not. So let's refresh from here, and this is our high value orders log. Let's open this table and you can see that it automatically entered in this new table. Okay, let's insert one more entry. So we can again write insert into orders table. Values are, these are the values. So firstly let's accept it, and it is fine, it is also fine. The order amount is suppose 8000. Okay, now let's run this. Let's Done. Now let's open our high value orders log, so you can see it automatically goes to this newly created table. Okay, now let's see one more trigger, and this time we are going to create a trigger to prevent negative data. Okay, we are going to prevent negative discount. So create trigger to prevent negative discount. Okay, how can you? So firstly, we will simply write the create trigger and then give the name to this trigger, which is trigger prevent negative discount. Let's accept. Where we have to apply this trigger. So before, whenever anything, any new row gets added to this orders table, before this, we have to apply this trigger. Okay. For which row? So for each row, this should be applicable for each row. Now the beginning of this trigger is this: if new dot discount means any new value of the discount is less than 0, okay, then set the new discount is equal to 0. Okay, if it is in negative, then you have to automatically make it 0 instead of negative. All right, now this is the end if, means we are ending. This is it. Now let's run it. So its trigger is successfully created. Now we haven't created any new table, guys, right? So you will not see any new table here, but the trigger is working behind the scenes. So whenever we insert any new data where discount is a negative value, then this trigger will automatically work. So let's do it and insert the data in our orders table. Insert into orders table, okay, and values. These are the values. So let's accept. Here we will take 104, and then here let's take the same value, which was 231. Here it's 138. Date is this, fine. Okay, and here discount, it is -20, right? Now let's run it and see. So how can we check? So we have to simply write select all from orders, okay? Where order ID is 10, this is 1014, it's fine. It is automatically showing this discount should be 0. So now let's run the selected query, and okay, fine, let's select it carefully. So here you can see that the new data that we have inserted is here. This is the order ID, customer ID, order date, order amount, and the discount is 0 instead of -20. Discount is 0 here. All right, guys, so this will prevent the further entry of any messy data. I hope it's clear. Now in the third example, we will create a delivery delay warning. What we will create? Delivery delay warning. So for that, what we are going to do, we will create a table, and that table will be delivery delay log. So in this log, what will happen whenever there is any delay in the delivery, it will automatically get enters in this table. Okay, so let's write create table. Name is delivery delay log. It is automatically coming. Let's accept it. So there should be log ID, order ID, customer, restaurant, delivery time, and log date is also fine. Log date. Instead of log date, we should write here created at, okay, created at date and time. Let's use here time stamp. And default will be current time stamp. It's fine. Now let's run this. So our new table is created, delivery delay logs. Okay. Now whenever there is any delay in the delivery, it will automatically goes to this table. So how can we check? Firstly, we have to create a trigger. Sorry. So let's create a trigger. Create trigger, and let's give the name as log late delivery. Okay, it's coming. So where we will apply it? After insert on orders. Okay, and then for each row this should be applicable. Now let's begin this code. So if new delivery time is greater than 45, then you have to insert the data into this delivery delay log table where columns are order ID, customer ID, restaurant ID, and the delivery time. Okay, and values should be whatever new value you will receive. Okay, so the new value of order ID, new value of customer ID, new value of restaurant ID, these values, and then end if n end. Now let's run this, and our trigger is created. Now let's check whether this trigger is working or not. So for that, what we will do, we will insert a new entry. Okay, we will insert a new entry into our orders table where we can show a late delivery. So insert into orders and let's accept it. So this is 1016. Let's make it again 138, 231, and here 138. And then the date is fine, order amount is okay. Delivery minute, let's make it 50. It is 50, it's fine. Let's make it 55. Okay, now let's run it. After selecting the whole code, once we will run, so now we can see that this value will appear in our delivery delay table. So you can see new entry is created here. So by seeing this table, we can easily analyze the delivery time, what was the reason of late deliveries, and many more things. Okay, so these are the concept of triggers, and it was important to make you understand this thing. So now everything is done. And with the result table, what you have to do, you have to export all the result window. If it is in a tabular form, you have to export it, okay, and save this, because this will be very helpful while creating our dashboard, while creating the charts. All right, so now it's time to create our dashboard. You can create it using Power BI, using Excel. If you know these tools, then it's good. If you don't know, then again, nothing to worry. You simply have to open your Google Sheet. After opening the Google Sheets that you will find on your Google account, when you will open it, here you will see this file option. Just click on it, and then there is an import option, right? Just click on this import option, and then you have to choose this upload button, and then click on this browse option. So you have your project file, right? This is your project folder, and in this you have created your export files. All the results are saved here. So just click on these results. So what we will do, we will import all these queries one by one and then create the chart. So our first query was this. So here it is showing. Okay, now create new spreadsheet, or you can append it in the current sheet. So just append it in the current sheet and then import data. So here we had calculated total revenue, right? This is our total revenue. Now how can you create a chart? So simply click on just select these two rows, and here it is insert option, and then you can see the chart option, right? Just click on it. Here your chart is created, but it is a total revenue. We don't want to see this bar chart because it is good for the comparison purpose. So what we will do, at the right side you are seeing the setup option and the customize option, right? And here it is chart type. So we can select our chart type. So see what you have to do, you can simply choose this, okay, scorecard chart. So here the total it is visible. So now what you can do, you want to write here that it is our total revenue. So for that, this customize option, click on it, and then after that, at last it is chart and access titles. So here we will provide the title to this chart. So the title is total revenue. Okay, just make it bold and make it at center, right? This is it, done. So our total revenue is done. Now just place it somewhere here, and you can drag it. You can see that this digit is at the end. So let's double click on this chart, okay, and key value, and make this key value at the center. Now it's looking fine. Now what we will do, we will import our next result. So import from this upload option, just browse, and I'm going to import our second query. So here it is importing, and we will use this up into current sheet, means the data will added in this present sheet. So this thing, and then import data, it's done. Now again we will select this new result, okay, and then click on this insert button, the chart option. Here automatically we have the pie chart, okay. So this is the city wise total orders, right? So we can let it be as a pie chart, or we can convert it to the bar chart. So let it be a pie chart, and just place it below this and give the heading to it, what this pie chart is denoting. So we will click on this customize option, and here chart and title access. You can use these options Okay, so I'm giving it city wise total orders, right? And I am making it bold and at the center, right? If you want to change the colors, you can change the color using this tab. You can change the colors of these pie slices. Okay, so there are several options you can explore. So I am keeping it like this only. Now let's import our new result, next result. So our next result was related to append it and import. It was related to the restaurant wise total revenue, right? So let's select these values. Okay, this is our third result we are selecting, and then insert the chart. Now here you can see it is a bar chart. It's fine because city wise we can see the total revenue. It's a top 10 restaurants we have. Now just place it here and let's customize it. The chart title was top 10 restaurants. You can take the reference of your instruction PDF, what this chart was all about, what this result was all about. Okay, so this is it, and then make it bold, make it at the center. Fine. Now let's align them. Okay, now let's import the new file, next file, and the same process will be followed. And here my next one is the 7th query. So append it to the current sheet. Now here it is the average delivery time. Okay, city wise average delivery time. So insert chart data, and here we can choose our chart type. So we can use again this 3D pie chart. Okay, so this is 3D pie chart, and just align it like this and give it a heading. So double click on this chart, customize, and it is a city wise delivery time, average delivery time. It was average delivery time. Okay, and then bold and at the center. So likewise you can add all your charts here. Okay, it is not necessary to add it like I did. You can use your creativity. Fine. So I just want to show how can you create your dashboards. You must have 10 minimum charts, I guess. So what you can do, you can place them below these charts, right? Now what you have to do, you have to make sure that all these charts are showing at a time. Okay, so let's minimize it to the 50%. Now you can see my charts are visible. If you will add more charts here, then all will be visible. Okay, now in your laptop, if you have a snipping tool, you can simply take the cutout. So I'm using a snipping tool, or what you can do, you can simply press Windows Shift S. Okay, this thing also gives you the snipping tool. So I am using my snipping tool and I am cutting this area. Okay, and let's save it and write here dashboard. It's done. Okay, so now when you create reports, you can add this dashboard there. Fine. Now guys, it's time to create the report. Okay, so for that I have provided a prompt list to all of you. In this prompt list, here it's written master prompt, and in this there is a database schema, the name of the project, the name of tables, columns, everything is here. You simply have to do the copy paste. Okay, if you want to use this prompt for another project or for any other data set, then also you can simply change the name of data set, the tables, the columns, and rest you can use. Okay, so let's firstly copy it, and then you have to open the ChatGPT and just paste it. Okay, we have already given everything in this prompt that you are a professional data analyst. Okay, we are instructing this ChatGPT everything. So now let's enter. Fine. Now the next thing is that we will create a report using these prompts. So first prompt is about the introduction, when we have to create the introduction page. So we will simply copy this prompt. Okay, here it is written, generate a professional introduction section for this SQL data analysis project based strictly on the data set and schema provided earlier. Okay, write 2-3 structured paragraphs covering these topics. So here let's copy this and paste it. Okay, here the introduction is here in front of you. You simply have to use this introduction while creating the report. Okay, first just have a rough look on it so that there will be no blunder. Okay, as I already told that we cannot blindly rely on the AI. So just have a rough look on it before submitting the report. So your introduction is ready. The next thing what you have to do, you simply have to give the problem statement. Just copy this, okay, and then paste here. So the problem statement, it is also mentioned, okay. Now this is our instruction, okay. In this instruction you can see the sequence, the index of our project report. So in the project report, this should be the sequence. Firstly there will be introduction, then project problem statement, then business objectives, okay, and then data set overview, okay. So this is our business objective prompt. You simply have to copy and paste it. And if you want to add or remove anything from these prompts, you are absolutely free to add or remove. You can use your brain and you can make your report as much effective as you can, okay. Here dataset overview it is, okay. ChatGPT will give you the dataset overview. Then after that it will also create the ER diagram. Let's simply copy this thing and paste here. Let's see. All right, so it is a detailed ER diagram explanation, okay. If you want, you can use this whole in your report, or you can simply tell it to make it in a short way. So write short, just now send it again, and now this is perfect for the report point of view, okay, fine. You can also generate the ER diagram. You have to simply tell create an image for this ER diagram, okay. So it will give you the ER diagram in image form. Now the next is about the queries, okay. So suppose your first query was total revenue. All right, so for the total revenue, what you will do, you will give your query, this query that you have written here. This was our total revenue query, right? Just copy it from here and paste it here, okay. And this query is all about total revenue. So write here total revenue, okay. Now let's copy all and paste it. So using this prompt, you can explain your query, what you did, what was the business question, what tables you have used to get the insight, and what is the actual insight you have received. And listen guys, just read this insight very carefully. If you are agreeing with it, then write. Otherwise, write the insight in your own terms, okay, in your own language. Just write here whatever insight you are feeling, and then you have to simply in the end reframe the sentence. This is it. And I know that you all are aware about it. You must be doing it very frequently nowadays. So I don't think it is necessary to explain these little things from my side. So you can do it on your own, okay, and create the report. And with this section where you are explaining your SQL query, please also include the screenshot of your code. And then at last, this conclusion, future scope, these things you will have to add, okay. Suppose you have created your project report. To create the project report, you can take the help of Canva. This is the very good and easy way that people are now using to create the report. You can also take the help of Canva. You can simply choose any template. So once you will open your Canva, and here ample amount of templates are available, so you can take any of it. Just write here project report, and there are so many reports template available. These are, okay, some are of landscape, some are of portrait, so you can choose accordingly, okay. As you can see, this is the template. Any template you can use, any template. It's up to your creativity, whatever you want here, okay. It's just, it should be a very clean project report, okay. It should not look like you are doing an advertisement of any restaurant company or something else. It should look like a professional project report, okay. So there are various templates you can see in the Canva. You can use it and you can create your report. Now open your VS Code again, and these are our files, okay, that we have created in this project. All files are stored in this online food delivery project folder, right? So now we are going to save all our work in GitHub. So for that, what we will do, we will simply click on this icon, this branch icon. Here it is written source control, okay. So just click on it, and then after that, here it is written changes, and in the front of changes there is a plus icon called stage all changes, right? So just click on it, and then here you can see this is a message box. In this message box, we will simply write initial, okay, SQL capstone project. or you can simply give any name that you want, and then after that you have to click on this commit button. Okay, after this click on this publish branch and just select your repository. So publish. So in the right bottom you can see it is publishing, it is uploading all the files. It's successfully published now. Okay, now if you want to see, you can simply open your GitHub. Now if you want to see whether it's uploaded on GitHub or not, so you just open your GitHub account, and here in this repository section you can see that updated 3 minutes ago your online food delivery project. So once you will click on it, you will see that your all files are here. Okay, your data set is here, the exported files are here, your analysis, your SQL files are here. Okay, report is also here, everything is here. And one thing you have to be very careful that there it is written private. Okay, so it should not be private. If you want to share this to the recruiters, then it must be public. So how can you do it? Just simply click on the repositories. This is your repository. Go to the setting and then make it public. Change to public. Okay, once it is public, now you can share your repository with others, and you can mention this on your LinkedIn. Here you can see the code is written. So this is the code that you can copy and paste it wherever you want, on which platform you want to share, so that people can reach. And you have to share this link as well as the LinkedIn post link. Both the links you have to share with us via email. Okay, the email is contact@datapencil.org. After we receive your email and once we verify your LinkedIn post, then you will be eligible for the certificate. You will get your certificate. All right, guys. So you guys can continue and create the project report and then submit it. Please follow all the guidelines. All right. So all the very best, guys, and see you tomorrow. Till then, bye bye.